What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot. We kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're about to check out some true facts. This next one on here is called "Save the Turtle Spiders." All right, this is a shorter one, so I guess you're just gonna go through why we need to save them. But they always got good jokes on here, and always very informative, very funny. So let's go ahead and check them out. Let's go.
Each year in the Delaware Bay at the southern tip of New Jersey, horseshoe crabs, a whole bunch of them, ride up onto shore with the high tide to make babies. Now, they're not crabs. They're the only surviving members of Xiphosaura, an order of arthropods that are closer to spiders than they are crabs. And they've been doing this for a long time. They look pretty much the same as they did 250 million years ago.
I mean, they look crab-like, but you say closer to spiders. So spiders with shells? As a person who hates spiders, I don't know. I would rather think of them as crabs. They don't look like spiders to me. I would rather think of them as crabs.
Much the same as they did 250 million years ago. Apparently, what they've got going on here has worked for them. From the top, they look a bit like an episode of Hungry Hungry Hippos, Where Are They Now? But when they're upside down...
That's funny. Oh man, Hungry Hippos, where are they now? Wow. And I can see it too. I can so see it.
Looks like a nest of baby needle-nose pliers. But they're not pinchy-pinchy, they just look like they are. Now, they don't make babies like we...
Wait, they have pinchers that don't pinch? Evolution screwed you over, buddy.
Do. Well, you might do it this way, no judgment. Instead, they practice what is called external fertilization. A female will dig down into the sand and lay about 5,000 to 6,000 eggs. And then a male, or multiple males, will do their business on top of the eggs to fertilize them. Yeah, that's right. That's what you've been watching, you perv.
Oh, man. The thought of that is just like, wow. Nature always finds a way, right? We can't do direct penetration, so we'll do it another way. We'll figure it out.
To increase the chances that it's their sperm that will do the fertilizing, males will latch themselves onto females with these little specialized club hand things. Once attached, the male sort of lets the female drag him around to wherever she decides to dig. Sometimes you might even get a couple males in tow, or a whole pile of them all rubbing up on each other. I mean, it's classic Jersey Shore, to be honest. But listen, if you have a whole beach full of horseshoe crabs laying eggs and digging up eggs already laid, and you run that for a few weeks, those eggs start to pile up. You see all that? Looks like beach dirt? No, those are all eggs. And inside of many of them, you'll find tiny little horseshoe crab babies. So cute, and apparently delicious. Because for migrating birds, this is an all-you-can-eat buffet. In particular, there are birds like the red knot that breed...
I swear, it's always the birds that come in, tearing them up. This is like the one with y'all see the one with the turtles trying to make it from the beach to the ocean? Brutal, man. Birds don't care.
Up in the tundras of the Arctic, but then go south to their vacation homes, which can be in like Argentina. So this Delaware Bay here is like a rest stop for these birds. Now, if there's one thing that New Jersey is good at, it's rest stops. But instead of a piss in the Slim Jim at the Whitney Houston service area, these birds eat caviar at Reed Beach, and enough of it to fuel up the little bastards for a flight back up to the tundra. Here's the issue. Horseshoe crab populations are under threat. There's a few things going on. For one, horseshoe crab blood, which is blue, is highly sensitive to certain bacterial toxins. Because of that, horseshoe crab blood is used to make sure there's no bacteria in vaccines and IV drugs. Extracting the blood isn't necessarily fatal, but if the animals return to the wild, they're often weak and disoriented. The good news is there's a...
It always makes you wonder. How did we discover that in the first place? Who was it that took a horseshoe crab, turtle spider, whatever you want to call them, and was like, let's see what we can do with their urine? Oh, this actually has uses for us. We can do things with this. But who was it who had the thought process of, I'm going to experiment with turtle spider blood? Or huh?
Drugs. Extracting the blood drugs. Bacteria in vaccines and IV drugs.
Yeah. How do we figure that out? Bacteria in vaccines and other drugs. How? I swear, we be figuring out this universe, but some of the things we discover is so questionable. Like, It's one of those stories where you want to know, but you don't want to know. Because you know it's going to be something that's going to make your stomach turn a little bit.
Extracting the blood isn't necessarily fatal, but if the animals return to the wild, they're often weak and disoriented. The good news is there's a synthetic alternative, and some drug companies are starting to use it. Horseshoe crabs are also chopped up and used as bait by fishermen. A number of states, like New Jersey, have passed legislation making this illegal. But a third reason for their decline is changes to their habitat. During spawning season, horseshoe crabs will often get trapped on steeply eroded beaches and man-made structures like jetties and stairs. And if
Jeez, all of their problems come from us. Quite literally, all of their problems are coming from us. Let's hold up. We got them taking. We're taking their blood. We're ruining their environment. It's always us.
they're making this illegal. But a third reason for their
We're chopping them up, using them as bait. Oh man, humans are the worst.
decline is changes to their habitat. During spawning season, horseshoe crabs will often get trapped on steeply eroded beaches and man-made structures like jetties and stairs. And if they can't return to the ocean, they die. So this is where the good people at the Wetlands Institute come in. It's not the Moistlands. If you want that, go somewhere else. This is the Wetlands Institute. Now, to deal with this horseshoe crab situation, they have a pretty simple and straightforward solution. They organize beach walks where anyone can sign up or be trained to lead walks. On these walks, if you come across a horseshoe crab that was turned on its back by the high tide waves and maybe too weak to right itself, you turn it over. Not by the tail, though. That can hurt them. And you do the same if you find ones that are trapped or tangled. You can even throw in a couple words of encouragement if you wanted. Get back out there, tiger, and make some babies. Now, these walks are a pretty amazing way to teach children about nature and conservation as well. The program is called Return the Favor, and it is a simple and powerful way to give back to these animals. And they've given us a lot. Please consider donating to the Wetlands Institute Return the Favor program. Your support enables their staff and volunteers' efforts to rescue stranded horseshoe crabs and improve conditions for their survival. The Wetlands Institute is a non-profit. I've put a link to their donation page in the description. And if you ever happen to
All right, yeah, that is great. Editor, make sure you put the same links in our description as well for this video.
be in the Delaware Bay, go and say hi. Looks like a Klingon toupee. Looks like the cat got stuck under Iron Man's crotch cover. Looks like H.R. Geiger's bike helmet.
The blooper jokes.
Looks like someone got a volume discount at the leg store. Looks like a knee pad graveyard. It's the reject bin
Knee pad graveyard. That should have been the final cut. That was a good one.
at the lollipop factory. What is that, shrimp at a rave? Looks like some weaponized mannequin boobs. It's a German fairy tale pop-up book.
Oh my god, German fairy tale pop-up book. I'm dead. Whoa. Oh, I was not expecting that one. Oh man.
Oh, that's a turtle spider. Volkswagen of the sea. Looks like a cast iron skillet with legs and a dream.
Oh man, that last joke got me good. Oh, I was not expecting that. That was great. Oh, okay. That's why I love this channel. So educational yet so funny. But all right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. And let me just like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon. All right. So till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here.